Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. So the Rockets win the tip. Ellis outside. Driving in. Thompson. Nice D from Doncic. Well, both these teams, of course, Greg, strong and rebounding. Should be a battle out there.
Nothing easy in the paint, Kevin. Both front courts will be fighting for every possession when they miss.
Now, here's Doncic. Inside. Here's Caldwell Pope.
Really most effective when he's in attack mode, and KCP with the athleticism to do it.
Thompson outside. Pass to Thompson for the three. Back to Thompson. From deep. It's hauled in by George. Seattle with the ball. We've played just over a minute here in the first. To the paint. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And certain guys dictate the pace of the game. Doncic as much as anyone.
Pass to Thompson. Thompson outside. In the corner, Bull with it. Shot clock at 5. From deep, Ellis. Here's Allen. Lays it up off the glass.
Look, the offensive glass is all about effort and energy. And Allen, look, he's got plenty of both.
Caldwell Pope outside. Back to Doncic. Some nice ball movement here by Seattle. Here's George. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Seattle's shooting their first free throws of this game. And George drops them both. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for Houston. 4-point game. Seattle grabs the miss.
Still very early, but that's not the start they want. 1 for 5 shooting.
Back to Doncic. Nifty move. And the layup is up and in.
Once Doncic gets inside with the ball, he's halfway there. Then he just uses his strength to finish the job.
Greg, you think about oversized point guards, and the gold standard has always been Magic Johnson. Now you look at Luka Doncic, and he's certainly big for that position.
Definitely some positive similarities, right? But the big difference is one of those guys has 5 rings, and that's not a knock on Doncic. This is a team sport, but Magic's ability to affect winning was right there with another MJ, Michael Jordan.
Nice shot by Thompson.
This is something that Clay works on all the time, even though he is already elite at it. He readies himself to fire once he catches that ball.
Caldwell Pope right side. They set the pick. And Bull pulls it down. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for Houston. They trail by 1. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
Okay, so if I were to say this was a disaster of a period for him, it would be an understatement. But hey, sometimes you gotta shoot your way out of the slump, even for him.
And sometimes defenses sleep on Doncic's ability to elevate. He is capable of throwing it down.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, thanks. If you think Luka Doncic makes amazing shots in the games, you should see his trick shots. It's legendary stuff with his teammates. Luka says, I'm just making them up. I like to have fun, so sometimes I just try some new stuff. And of course, Kevin, He always feels like they're going in.
Thank you, D.A. He is a magician with the ball. A very creative mind, and it's fun to watch. And here's Thompson after Luka Doncic hitting the three. Pass to Bull. Now here's Allen. Down low. And Thompson gets it to go. Thompson's got 5 now.
Clay can get it done inside, too. His role on this team is to score.
And here is Doncic. He has 7. Now Caldwell Pope. He's guarded by Ellis. Seattle needs to get off a shot. A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. Back to Doncic. And Bull pulls it down.
Oh, man, that's tough. That's definitely one he'd like back. Almost got it
Down! Wow!
Oh, my gracious. Way to get up.
Rocketing off the deck. Thompson showing that youthful exuberance.
Now, here's Doncic. He seems to always be finding ways to score, averaging around 23.5 points a game.
And that's how you lead a team, literally.
The drive by Thompson. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Tenacious on the attack. Thompson is fantastic at finding lanes to the basket.
Now, here's Doncic. Here's Caldwell Pope. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Seattle ahead, up 1.
Houston, 14.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Seattle.
So far, they haven't had to force anything. They're swinging the ball around and turning good passing into points.
And also, guys, they're out-muscling their opponent. The points in the paint are piling up because of that aggressiveness.
A classic breakdown with the ball, sending it right out of bounds and giving the defense a freebie.
Here's Doncic. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
First personal foul.
Richard, you've talked a lot about how underrated longevity has been as a factor in measuring some of the all-time great players.
Well, when you think about Jordan, LeBron, Kareem, the only way to achieve greatness in the statistical category is to have longevity. So obviously greatness and longevity coincide.
The shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. Drains it from beyond the arc. Caldwell Pope's got the lead up to 6 now for Seattle. At the elbow, it's Thompson. And pushing it up, here's Seattle. And here's Doncic from the arc. Here's Houston now. And when this game is done with, they'll be off to Los Angeles, taking on the Lakers. And they're playing through a string of road games. That will be game 5 of the 6 on the road. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
This season, 88% on the line, so he has been in a comfort zone.
And there's the call on Amen Thompson. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second, and I think they'll keep him in, but he's got to be careful. A third, and he'll sit for the rest of the half.
Caldwell Pope outside. Back to Doncic. Fires the 3. Offensive rebound. Claxton.
The length of Allen, yeah, that's problematic for a lot of shooters. And this man knows how to distract them.
And Claxton throws it down.
gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
An important 2 points, not just on the scoreboard, but also for a little bit of momentum.
And Allen with the slam.
Unbelievable. The agility at his size, throwing it down, big fella.
Pass to Caldwell Pope. Back to Doncic. Luka throws it down.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Here's Thompson. It's in the bucket for his 4th field goal, shooting at a 4 of 9 clip.
It helps that Thompson can score with either hand close to the bucket. Defenders can't force him to one side or the other.
Pass to Caldwell Pope. And a wide open look for Claxton. It's good from long range. Claxton's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
When he has enough space, he's more than comfortable letting it fly from outside.
From deep, Ellis drills the 3-pointer. Ellis has got his 1st bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Thompson with it. He's picked up by Doncic. Pass to Bull. Over Caldwell Pope. Bull, that's good. And now just a 1-point Seattle lead. And RJ, even without a consistent jumper, Amen Thompson has proven to be a productive player.
And that jumper should develop over time, but he does everything else at a high level. He's extremely versatile, especially on that defensive end, Kevin.
Pass to Alexander Walker. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic. And Seattle leads by 4.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Tice, no one around him. Off target from outside.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
Doncic, no good.
He just looks off this quarter. It looks like he's forcing it a bit right now, a little bit in his head.
Back to Thompson. And he banks in the layup. Thompson's got 4 this quarter.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Outside for Caldwell Pope. Back to Doncic. Oh, an easy 2 from Doncic.
And he's made his mark on offense especially. They got to be thankful he's on their squad.
Van Vliet with it. He has yet to score. Thompson. Back to Van Vliet. Pass to Toppin. George with the steal. For 3, Caldwell Pope. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%, 5 for 7. Van Vliet, right side. Houston moving it around. And that one, good. Thompson's got 13.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth, physical basketball, guys.
And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Seattle leading by 5. Here's DeRozan. Toppin pulls it in.
That's just a bucket like you expect him to make. It's tough when you miss those.
And Thompson gets it to go.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Pass to DeRozan. Carter on the wing. Done outside. Gets it off. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Seattle leads by 3. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Here's Doncic. To the middle. And the dunk by Doncic.
Well, the skill of Doncic at 6'7", 230, it makes him an impossible matchup defensively.
Ellis outside. At the elbow, it's Thompson. Back to Ellis. Pass to Thompson. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist.
Assist goes to.
Now that's 17 points from Amen Thompson. And it's Alexander Walker in the corner. And it's off from three-point range. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. Here's Doncic. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Doncic has got 4 points in the quarter.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And Allen with the slam.
When you have a traditional big man like Allen, you expect those offensive boards. Second chance points are a must.
On the wing, Doncic. He's got 17. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
Just 5 on the clock. And here's Doncic from the arc. Moves back up. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
4th personal foul.
That one on Thompson.
What determination from Doncic pushing his shot through despite some stiff defense to draw the foul.
2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Out to Thompson. Pass to Allen. Back to Thompson. To the inside. And the turnover again by Houston.
Horrible mistake right there. You hate to see unforced turnovers like that.
And so Doncic will bring it up for Seattle. Leading by 5. To the wing on the left. And stolen by Thompson. And the rejection by Claxton. Now Ellis. Thompson outside. 5 to shoot. Houston needs to get a shot off. Allen's shot is off. Seattle leading by 5. And for Klay Thompson, Richard, he's entering a different part now of his career.
And it happens to all of us. Father Time is undefeated. But Klay's game, his ability to hit threes as an elite level, that is not going anywhere, Kevin.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Thompson surveying the floor. Sinks the three-pointer. Thompson's got 20.
defensively, you have to live with Thompson making those, because if you get up too close at the arc, Almond will blow right by you.
Now into the lineup for Houston. Number 24.
Doncic outside. Here's Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
And if you give Luka just a sliver of daylight, this is what you get.
And Jordy Fernandez. Fernandez has called a timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Houston trails by 3. Pass to Thompson. Back to Ellis for the tie. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
3 points.
Ellis has got it all tied up now for the Rockets.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up, oh yeah, you're done.
Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play. So Doncic will go to the free throw line. It's on Jared Allen.
Eye-popping talent from Doncic. We don't see many players with his size and skill set.
And Jordy Fernandez has called a timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. And here is Ellis. He has 6. Thompson outside. Clock at 6. Back to Ellis. For the lead. Seattle grabs the miss. .146 left in the third. Right wing. Here's Claxton with plenty of space. And another basket for Seattle.
Just a super unselfish guy. Doncic is all for getting his guys going. Enjoys setting the table.
Open shot, Thompson. Another miss by Houston.
Hey, look, I'm not going to lie here. That's a shot that he needs to be making. There are no excuses.
Pass to Doncic. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Back to Thompson. Out to Thompson. There's the triple. They get it again. Takes the 3. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 9.
With his strong shot mechanics, these long-range shots tend to look easy for Thompson.
Pass to Caldwell Pope. Back to Doncic. And George, here we go. It's good. And Seattle leads by 3.
Yeah, he was able to sneak it to the rim. Had enough room to get just like an easy layup.
Ellis down low. Kicks it out to Allen. To the paint. Here's Thompson. Oh, Thompson, tough shot.
You're not going to speed him up. Even when you get aggressive guarding Thompson, he stays in control. He's just so tough to cover.
And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guy.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Yeah, this is a good opportunity to get your group together and make sure everyone is on the same page.
Now here's Schroeder. It's tipped. He gets it up. And the game still closely contested as we end the third quarter. Seattle ahead,
The Houston
leading by just
48.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. It's a one-point game. And it's Thompson with the jam.
And this one has been all about Amen Thompson, a freakish athlete. When he gets rolling, there's just not much a defender can do.
Carter outside. Back to Schroeder. Four on the shot clock. Stolen by Thompson. Knocked loose. And stolen by Dunn. Pass to DeRozan. And finished off by DeRozan.
Getting up there with the slam, DeMar DeRozan leaves nothing to chance.
Thompson is double. And so Houston again turning it over.
Like what? Like, what is going on right now?
It's been a nice stretch for them offensively.
I mean, the communication's great. The movement's been really good. This is solid team basketball.
And Thompson throws it down.
And he's got rocket ship-like takeoff. Thompson can flat out fly.
Down low. Here's Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
No doubt. That's the kind of play that can energize the whole team, and they will take it in a close game like this.
And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for Seattle.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
And they've also not only created turnovers tonight, but converted on them. All game long, that strategy has been paying off.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, listened in with what Jordy Fernandez was telling the team. They said, let's lock in, keep our focus. We need everyone down the stretch. Now, his players looked engaged, so I think the message got across. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Pass to Claxton. Here's Caldwell Pope. Just 5 to shoot. Doncic outside. From downtown. Thompson with the rebound. Houston trails by 4. On the wing, Ellis. Thompson outside. Kicks it out to Ellis. The screen from Thompson. For 3. It's hauled in by George. Seattle leading by 4. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Inside. Over to the left wing. Here's Doncic. And Ball sends it back.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
Pass to Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
And once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
And there's the call on Nickeil Alexander-Walker.
First team foul.
That's his first foul. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. On the wing, Thompson. The Rockets with another miss.
That is not the shot they needed there. You gotta work it around and get a better look.
And here's Doncic from the arc. Traps in the tray. Doncic has got the lead up to 9 now for Seattle.
And we know Doncic has limitless range, but for him, it's about becoming more consistent from deep. Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
In a major drought, need to find some sort of momentum.
That's out of bounds. Seattle will retain possession. A 3 off the inbound. And another 3 for Seattle. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for Houston. Down by 12. Got a piece of it.
And a guy who blocks few shots, KCP stepping up and gets all of that.
With the teardrop. The shot, no good. Great defense that time from Ellis. To stop the drought. And it's Thompson with the jam.
He may not have that traditional power forward build, but his bounce, well, that kind of levels the playing field.
To the left side wing. Caldwell Pope outside. Stolen by Thompson. Fires from deep. Thompson running the floor.
A silky, smooth jump shooter. Once Thompson senses separation, he's rising without hesitation.
There's 49 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. To the middle. And Claxton throws it down.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Thompson outside. Lets it go with a 3. It's rebounded by Doncic.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. 6 to shoot. Alexander Walker on the wing. And stolen by Bull. And so it's Seattle winning this one. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and played with just a